Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and I'm here today with another weekly ramble. And I know I'm kind of late with this, but I had a lot going on this week, and a lot this weekend too, so just felt kind of stressed out and like I didn't really have had the peace of mind to record a bit. So I hope that's no problem. And I'm trying out something where instead of having just a still image, I'll be having a slideshow of pictures. Because I made a bunch of pictures on the things that I did this week. So last Sunday, which is not last, but the one before, I went out with my mom. And we went to this old woman who is kind of my grandma, but not really. She is the mother of my mom's childhood friend, and she's always been like a second mother to her. So we visited her and we went to this place, which has big fishing ponds with trout. And these trout ponds are owned by a friend of my mom's. But it is such a gorgeous place. I have edited in a few pictures, but it really doesn't do them much justice because it's just such a lovely place. It's kind of inspired by Roman things, I think, with statues, and it's just really relaxing. And the main attraction is, of course, the fishing, but I didn't do any fishing. I just went on a walk with my mom and my grandma and just enjoyed the scenery and just the lovely weather. And we walked all the way to the back of the area, and that's where my mom's friend has her summer home. But she was kind of busy. I think she was painting or drawing, because she has like a art spot there. So we just sat on the deck and lounge chairs in the sun, and I got to play with her dog a bit. I'm not really sure what his name was, but it's a really playful dog, and I liked cuddles. I'm a really big dog person, I just love them. And after that, we walked back to the front, and we had some tea and coffee, and I had a grilled cheese sandwich and salad. My grandma had some homemade baked apple pie, because they had this little lounge cafe there. big fountain in the middle and lounge music playing. It really was a very lovely place to visit. And we stayed there for a few hours and then we went back home again. And after that, the majority of the week, I actually just sat at home because I had a bit of back problems. And I didn't feel good enough to go to work. So, it's nothing really special to talk about. I did go to therapy on Wednesday because I have therapy for my anxiety problems. And after that, on my way back, I stopped by the mall really quickly and I bought a bunch of those rubber bands that you can use for looming. I made like a bunch of them. I think I made around 10 or 15 of them. But I gave away a few to my mom. And I also made a few for my boyfriend. And the rest of the week, I visited my mom quite a bit. And she was getting new furniture. She got a new couch and 2 chairs. And I helped her put those together. And they're actually the same couch and chairs that I have. But when she visited my place, after I first got those couch and chairs, she liked them so much, how they sat and how they looked, that eventually she decided to get the same one. But it does look really nice in her house. And they're a bit smaller than the one she had, so she has a lot more space now, which is nice. And I really feel bad about not having so much to talk about this week. But yesterday, on Sunday, I went hiking with my parents. Well, actually with my dad and stepmom. We haven't done that in a long while. Because my dad, he works weekends a lot. So we don't really have much time to go with the 3 of us. But yesterday, my dad came to my room and he said, if you want to join us for a hike, be ready in 15 minutes. So I did. And there's this lovely forest quite nearby where I live. It is pretty, how do you say that? Like it feels very natural, not man-made. And we took a hiking trail that was around 3.5 kilometers. And the estimated time would be around 1.5 minutes. 1.5 hours. That would be kind of hilarious if we could do a hiking trail that's 3.5 kilometers in 1.5 minutes. I mean, we're not all Edward Cullen. But anyway, this is a trail that we've done a few times now, but it's quite lovely. The area that I live in is near the sea, so there are a few, I think those would be called dunes, and then you have a bit more dense forest, so it's quite a varied surrounding. And what I did is I took a bunch of pictures, because you can really see autumn starting. A lot of mushrooms and all that stuff. So what I did is had them in a slideshow if everything went alright for your viewing pleasure. So all in all, it wasn't really a very exciting week. And I hope that next week I have a bit more to talk about. Oh, I did get a new phone actually this week. I went to the mall Saturday with my mom as well because my subscription plan, or whatever you would call that, allowed me to pick up a new phone once I recharged my subscription, I guess. So that's what I did, and I'd been thinking about it. And before this I had a Nokia Lumia 810 or 820, which is a Windows phone, and I was quite content with it, but I did have some problems with it, having trouble starting up, and even dropped it and cracked the screen at one point. So I guess it's not that great of a phone, but it wasn't too bad. But for the new phone that I wanted, I had my eyes set on an iPhone. And when I was in the store, they had a pretty nice offer to get an iPhone an iPhone 5C. That's the one with the plastic case. So that's the one I got. And with that model, you have the choice of a few different colors. And I went for pink, which, if you know me, shouldn't be that much of a surprise. So I've been having fun filling it up with the apps that I use. And I used it to make pictures, the ones that you're looking at now. I think they're pretty nice quality, especially considering that it's a phone. And I was also looking into seeing if I could use it as some sort of way to record ASMR audio or videos, but I should probably test it out a bit more and see if I can get rid of some of the white noise and buzzing sounds in the background. But to me personally, they don't bother me too much mostly. But I know there's some who want the most crisp experience they can have. In which case you would be watching the wrong channel. Because since I've just started out, my equipment isn't all that great. So I think I did do a few videos in the past week. I did my beach relaxation video. And if you haven't seen it, you can check it out on my channel. I tried to add in a bit of beach sounds. Like the spray just hitting the beach and the sand. And I went to a visual relaxation script. And I also did my post-apocalyptic roleplay, which is very much a work in progress. I have to learn how to do roleplays, how to make it fun to watch, but also relaxing. So that's what I'm going to be working on going forward. And as always, I would love your feedback. It really, really helps me out to know what kind of stuff you would like to see. But for now, I think I'm gonna end my weekly ramble. And hopefully next week I can make one in a timely fashion. And just have it out on Saturday or Sunday. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great day or evening or maybe even night. And sleep well.